Hmm? There was a sound. I listened, but couldn't hear anything. I turned over, figuring it had just been my imagination. I heard it again. It's almost like a knock at the door. It's early in the morning. Who could it be? Thinking it may have been Sir Inez, I opened the door. You. You? Hi. To what do I owe the pleasure, old husbando?
Good. It's the right address.
Ah, cue the music. Who are you?
Adage. Don't forget me, idiot.
What? I forgot your name, not your existence. Excuse you.
Forgetting a name is already insulting. I'm coming in.
Excuse... What? He walked in without permission. What do you want?
I've come to give you this.
Adage handed me the bag he was carrying. It was quite heavy. What is this?
Earth.
Is this from my tomato garden? Earth. As in ground? Dirt?
Yes, the brown stuff.
Alright. No, it's not. Why are you giving me Earth? What's the purpose of this?
How should I know? Ask Ines. Ines Heinrich Heine. The tall, rugged guy from the Hounds. Vice Commander.
Yes, I know who Enos is. Thank you very much. Okay, so he went to you and was like, yo, my girl needs dirt. I know you got dirt. Could you go give her some dirt? And he's like, alright, I'll give her like a whole bag full of dirt. He doesn't look that rugged.
My impression of him is, deal with it.
I guess in comparison to you, he kinda is.
He came by yesterday and told me to give you fertile earth and seeds. So now I'm here to give you that. He said the seeds don't matter, so you're getting mini tomato seeds. Anybody can grow those.
I knew I was gonna get stuck with tomatoes.
Be glad I freed some time in my highly busy doctor's schedule to bring you this.
Right. Yes, you're very busy. Mm-hmm.
That's not enough. Have more enthusiasm. This is good humus. You couldn't get it anywhere else in the district.
Humus?
Enos didn't explain. It's the kind of earth you need for growing vegetables. They turn out much better.
By using different earth? Wow.
You need seeds and water too, okay? I hope you know that.
Of course. I learned about plant life in school.
Okay. If you know that, good. You have to look after the plants or they won't grow. Don't forget it.
I won't. I will endeavor to remember this advice.
That's a pretty stiff way of thanking me. You remind me of Enos. What are you two doing together?
Well, I wanted to say that I was his tutor, but I hadn't actually taught him that much. Besides, he probably wouldn't believe me if I said that. What do I say here? It's complicated.
Complicated? Is he your boyfriend? Is he?
Boyfriend. Boy. Friend. Processing. Nope, doesn't compute. Boyfriend?
Don't yell! What's your problem?
A boyfriend is like a fiancé, right? Is that how you're interpreting us?
Interpreting. So it's not that.
No! Obviously not! Is it obvious, though? I don't know what love is. Adage, do you think I love Sir Inez?
Are you stupid? How would I know? It's not like I'm perceptive when it comes to stuff like that in the real world.
I only read novels about it, thank you very much. The real world?
Yeah. I've read my share of novels. Love affairs between prisoners and guards are a common theme.
Alright, that's your favorite trope. So you're gonna be like, I ship you two, just saying. I've never seen novels like that.
Of course not. They're outlawed. You have to get a hold of them on the black market. The writers and the readers are risking their lives.
Outlawed books? You read them?
Sure. Not that it matters now, because here you can't get any books at all. Enough of my reading habits. A love affair with Enos.
I didn't say that!
You like him, right? Or not?
Well... he's looking after me, helping me out. He's much kinder than he looks.
Looks like that's a yes, then.
But... love is a crime.
In the Heights, sure. This is the Sanctuary District. We don't have the same laws here. Lots of people fuck like rabbits.
God damn it, Damn you! I didn't see that coming. Well, I'm immediately distracted again. Like, I've never heard of that!
That's not surprising. Just because it's not against the law doesn't mean everyone is doing it, or doing it in front of your eyes. Besides, I guess it's not even that common. But, like non-standard relationships are. Single parents, unwanted children. But Inez is pretty stiff, and a member of the Hounds as well. I'd say this is going to end in blood and tears. Don't count on a happy ending.
Adage, I will fight you for that. I'll have you know I'm gonna get that happy ending. That's the last thing I do. What would have happened in your books?
There'd be a lovey-dovey happy ending after some really contrived plot twists.
Okay, thank you for ruining the plot of this route. That's great. Yay for contrived. Lovey-dovey? I'm not sure what that means. Well, this isn't a novel. Might be a visual novel. But this is definitely life. Either way, I'm not thinking about Sir Enos like that. I was simply grateful to him. I didn't have any hazy feelings like love for him. Or so I thought.
Well, good luck with that. Just don't drag me into it.
Right. Thanks for the humus, or whatever this is. She says to the closed door. Apparently, Enos and the doctor knew each other. Maybe they're even friends if he can ask him to carry Earth to me. I don't know anything about his friends, do I? Just that they're eccentric, apparently. That should be enough for the Earth. Now I just have to plant the seeds Adage gave me. And that's the water. My vegetable garden is done. The seeds had come in a bag with instructions written on it. It was going to take several weeks until the harvest. I'll have to give it water regularly until then. I hope I won't forget that. I stood up and prepared my breakfast. It was going to be an omelette, naturally. I have all the ingredients. I need to make it while I still remember how. I stood at the kitchen, but it felt odd. Why? Oh, right. Sir Enos wasn't next to me, my cooking partner. The day before, we had used my tiny kitchen together. Our hands bumped into each other, and sometimes he took my hand to show me how to do something. It was fun. He took your hand, girl. I touched my hand, remembering his touch on my skin. My heart is beating so fast. Thinking about him made me restless. I was having trouble recalling the recipe. Girl fell for him so quick. If this is not some kind of sickness, then... I wonder if I'm in love with him. I said it out loud, and it echoed back at me. I could think of nothing more embarrassing. What kind of outrageous things am I saying? Ah! I let go of the frying pan and dropped to the ground. Calm down. Calm down. I'm cooking right now. I took a deep breath, stood up, and reached for the pan again. Oh, I burned it, didn't I? I put my somewhat brown omelet on a plate and poured tomato sauce on it. Girl. I garnished it with vegetables, and with that, I was done. All right. It looks acceptable. The end result was worse than the day before, but I was still making steps beyond water and bread. This is Adage's fault. He distracted me with his talk. Girl, I feel you there. But if it phases me so much, that means it isn't entirely wrong. Did I really? When did it start? How? I don't know. But I don't think I did when I accepted becoming his tutor. I had been looking for a job. I was grateful he had offered me one. What's happened to me in these past few days? I ate my omelet pondering this. Pondering omelet. It's not bad, but I can do better. The one Sir Enos made was much better. I was thinking about him yet again. I was assigned someone to marry in the Heights. I never thought about a relationship until now. Besides, I'm a police officer. Someone in service of the law can't be in a relationship. Do I really? Adage had said that the laws of the Heights didn't apply. Still, I was in over my head. I couldn't know it for sure, and even if it was the case, I was reluctant to accept it. Can I really be in love? Freely? How do I think of Sir Enos? This isn't good. Cooped up in here, all I do is think about him. I should take a walk to distract myself. And then I'll just run into him. Then I'll really be thinking about him.
Oh, it's you!
Oh, it's you! Oh, Glissade, you just missed your son.
Yes, it's you, Cyrus. I thought I recognized you. How are you feeling? I used to see you quite regularly, but the visits have stopped.
That should be a good thing, shouldn't it? It means I'm not in need of a doctor.
Yes, that's true. How are you feeling? Are you taking your medicine?
Well, I completely forgot about that. But I felt well. It was strange, really. Almost like it was an antidote to poisoned food. There was something that made me uncomfortable, though. I feel restless as of late.
Restless?
Yes, especially when I have nothing to do, but even if I'm occupied, I find myself thinking of a man. I try not to think about him, but I do no matter what I try. Is this some kind of sickness?
I see. It is a sickness, depending on how you look at it.
What is it?
It's love.
Dang. Got diagnosed by this doctor instead of the other doctor in this route. Oh no, why do we have to talk to Glissade about love? Barf. Love? Glissade? That's impossible.
Why?
Because love is bad. It's a crime. I would never commit such an antisocial crime.
No, that is what we're dealing with. Based on what you've told me, at least. You love that man, I believe.
You believe? That is a problem.
I suppose. But it's also a happy occasion. Love is an emotion of supreme beauty and perseverance.
Glissade's mind was elsewhere. But only for a moment. He caught himself and smiled softly at me. Maybe I imagined that. You definitely did not imagine that. I wanted to ask him if something was wrong, but... Oh!
What is it?
Someone collapsed over there. Hello? What's wrong? I remember this woman from somewhere. Then it struck me. I saw her sitting among other men and women a few days ago, in the evening, in front of the supply station. I crouched down next to her and propped her up on my knees. Her breathing is unsteady and she looks out of it.
These symptoms. She must have been negligent in taking the medicine.
Glissade, can you treat her?
This woman?
You're a doctor. I'm sure you can't just leave her here. Surely you're able to save her. Please!
Very well. I will give her the medicine she needs.
Oh, medicine. Thank you. Really. Thank you.
Quiet down. If you make a scene here, people will... They're already looking. I'm sorry. I just remembered that I have business to attend to at headquarters. Goodbye.
Glissade disappeared with a whirl of his white doctor's robe. Hey, wait! The woman rose to her feet unsteadily and tried to follow Glissade. I'm worried she might stumble, but at least she's able to walk again. Impressed by the swift effect of the medicine, I rose as well. But this has caused other problems, hasn't it? Was I really in love with Sir Enos? I'll just pretend like Glissade wasn't acting shady as all get out. That was what Glissade had said, but I wasn't convinced. You won't listen to the son or the father. They're both like, you in love, girl. I had been brought up to view such relationships as a serious crime. It was hard to accept. But a part of me agreed. It was complicated. I went out to be distracted, but it's only made it more difficult for me. No chance, no way, I won't say I'm in love. It was a few days after Adage had left me alone with his bombshell announcement. Oh. There was a quiet knock on the door and Sir Enos appeared.
I would like another lesson. Do you have time?
Yes. Come in. I'd been fidgety all day, wondering whether he would come. Now that he's here, I feel even more restless. All of it was Adage's fault. That's it. It's all his fault. If it wasn't for him, I'd be fine. I'd be eating my omelets in peace. Does that man hate me?
It looks like Adage came here, just like he promised.
That startled me, perhaps because I'd been thinking about Adage as well. Sir Enos looked at me and asked if something was wrong. I shook my head.
I mean the potted plants over there. I told him to bring you fertile earth. He keeps his word, but seeing that he brought you such a generous amount raises my opinion of him somewhat.
He went all out for his bud. Yes. He came here very early in the morning. It was quite startling. Are you close to Adage, Sir Enos?
I suppose. We don't go out drinking, but we get along. His medical skills are useful.
For you too. Don't the hounds have Glissade?
Yes. But sometimes Adage's clinic is closer, and then we bring the wounded to him. I'm sure he dislikes that, but he's quite skilled. I don't think Socks likes it when we do that, but...
Why not? He struck me as the type who would use whatever is available.
The hounds are not large. He may well be worried that associating with criminals could be our downfall.
Associating with criminals. It made sense. The hounds were tasked with ruling the Sanctuary District. Then why is Sir Enos...
Why aren't you saying anything?
I wondered why you're here if Soxon doesn't approve of this sort of contact. I didn't think you were the type to rebel against him.
Oh. Well...
Well? Sir Enos put a finger to the corner of his mouth, falling silent. In the quiet that followed, I found myself hoping for an unlikely admission of love. Damn! Girl got her hopes up quick! Whoo-wee! Thump, 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 thump goes the heart. At the very least, I don't dislike Sir Enos. I like being with him. What are his feelings? Does he feel the same?
Because we approach each other as equals. I receive knowledge for the money I give, and you teach for the money you receive. There is no other reason.
Sadness. You know when you have to say you're fine, but you're not really fine. Equals, huh? Right. That's all we are to each other. I see.
Did that explanation satisfy you?
Yes, completely. I see. So that's all there is between us. I was brought back to reality, forced to see that Sir Enos did not view me as a potential romantic partner. Why am I so let down? He's right, isn't he? I don't even know what love really is. I shouldn't be disappointed right now.
Are you feeling unwell? We can postpone the lesson.
No! I held on to the hem of Sir Enos's clothes in an attempt to stop him from turning away. It's all right. I'm fine. Please stay here.
All right. But don't force yourself.
Sir Enos patted my head and sat down. Yay, more head pats. I'm feeling odd. My responses were so simple, too. All he had done was put his hand on my head, but had banished my gloom. I feel you there, girl. I cleared my throat, resolved to regain my composure. Perhaps we should eat dinner before the lesson. My omelet quality has improved.
Oh, you've been practicing.
Yes, I've had it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You shouldn't do that. Your diet will be too one-sided if you eat the same every day. I do have to applaud your enthusiasm, though. Very good.
Thank you. All he'd offered was a little praise, but it struck me like lightning.
Well, it's a good suggestion. Could I inconvenience you to make me an omelet, then?
Gladly! Aw, she gets to cook for him. I think this was the best one I've made so far, but... Everyone's tastes were different. I couldn't be sure Sir Enos would feel the same way. What do you think about my omelet?
Yes, it's very good.
Whoa! Of course it is. Politeness. Thank you very much. There it is. Thank you very much!
I should be thanking you. You've given me nice food to eat. Also, I'm glad that you can accept my appreciation.
I got you. What do you mean?
A lot of people respond with humility or refusal when I'm being honest. When I see you smiling and accepting my compliment, it makes me happy that I was honest.
Nice. Since Adage's short visit, I'd been in such profound confusion that everything Sir Enos said resonated strangely in my heart, making it difficult for me to answer.
What's wrong? You don't look your usual self.
No, It felt the other way around to me, with Sir Enos acting strangely. He acts like nothing is wrong while I'm so confused. Perhaps that was the wisdom of 11 extra years of age. Or perhaps I was nobody special to him. Staying silent would only worry him. I had to say something. I thought it would be fun to eat with someone else. In the Heights, I used to eat with my parents. I took it for granted. Now that those moments are gone forever, I wish I'd shown more gratitude at the time.
Sometimes we only realize what we've lost once it's gone. How many things we can never get back.
Yes, that's very true. I hope I haven't ruined the mood. I was about to apologize, but Serena spoke first.
Cyrus, you said your parents were killed. That you want to return to the Heights to clear your name.
Are you going to tell me how I can do it? Yes, I do. There's something I've always wanted to ask you. I knew there was a chance he wouldn't be willing to answer, but maybe now the time is right. Sir Enos, you said that it would be difficult to return to the Heights. You didn't say it would be impossible. There is a way.
Well...
This reaction. There is a way. Please tell me what it is. How can I return? He remained silent for a moment, speaking slowly when he answered.
First, you will need to convince Sox. Soxen Brandenburg.
Soxen?
Yes. You need to convince him to write to the Heights. When the Heights approve it, you can go back and request a new investigation. If that's successful, you are a full member of society again.
That's rather complicated.
Yes. And difficult. The first hurdle is the biggest one. Convincing him about something depends on his mood, but... You would also need incontrovertible evidence. Do you know the criminal's motive?
No, not at all. I have no idea. My parents had no enemies. Perhaps there were some minor disputes, but nothing they could have been murdered over. I can assure you that I didn't kill them, though. I loved my parents. I would never have killed them. I'm going to find out who did it. I know that doesn't sound very realistic down here in the Sanctuary District. I don't simply want to prove my innocence. I want to avenge my parents and clear the Testella name. You said I need evidence. Even in the Heights, I wouldn't have known where to start. But down here...
I told you. It's very difficult. Even if you find the evidence you need, Sox might just refuse you.
Would he refuse you?
Well...
I'm sorry. I can't expect you to do something like that. Please, forget what I just said. I understand the difficulty. I understand that I probably won't be able to go back. But I don't want to give up. If I give up, it's the end of it all.
Yes, it is. As long as you don't lose faith in the face of difficulty, a solution might reveal itself. And even if it doesn't, you can be proud you believed in yourself and what you think is right. Keep to your path.
I will. Thank you. I needed that.
Look at the time. I'm sorry I stayed here until so late.
Serena's closed his notebook and rose. He put some money on the table and buckled his sword.
Time passes so quickly when I'm with you. It's very strange.
Yes, I enjoyed it as well. What about the next meeting?
How about 3 days from now?
3 days. Only 3 days, but 3 long days. I knew it would feel much longer than it really was.
Do you have plans?
No, that's all right. I'm not as busy as you, Serena's. I feel a little sad knowing that I won't see you for 3 days.
Sad?
Oh, Now I'm silent again. I have to say something. Oh, I know. Dang, that's a heck of a segue, girl. Whew, alright, you just come out. Let me just drop this bomb in your face. Serena's, who's Thea?
How do you know that name?
You murmured it when you were sleeping the other day. I was wondering who that is. Serena's?
She's none of your concern. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I see. All right. I think I shouldn't have asked that. I cleared my throat and smiled, hoping to repair the damage. I wish you a good day at work tomorrow.
Thank you. I appreciate your concern. Well then, goodbye.
Oh, let me walk you part of the way.
No, you shouldn't. Especially not tonight.
Why?
Glissade was attacked. Thankfully, his life is not in danger, but he was sent to the heights to be treated.
Huh. Glissade was attacked. Well, it couldn't have happened to a better person. Glissade was attacked. And sent to the heights to be treated. Well, I guess Adage wouldn't treat his dad. Huh. How interesting. Really? I saw him just yesterday.
According to him, he was mugged after word spread that he carried medicine on his person.
Oh. That means that back then...
Back then?
I was talking to Glissade and a woman collapsed on the street. I asked him to treat her. He gave her medicine. That must have attracted attention. Oh no! It's my fault Glissade was attacked!
Perhaps that sparked it, but you shouldn't blame yourself.
But...
Regretting what you did won't make his injuries heal faster. Besides, it wasn't you who attacked him. Many people rely on the ration medicine in their daily lives. Disputes over it aren't rare.
We really need to take the medicine, don't we? I haven't taken mine in a while. I'm worried whether I'll be alright. Serena's?
You can support yourself, Cyrus. You don't need to worry about the medicine. Simply live your life as you do now.
So he didn't want to throw anybody under the bus, but he also was like, the medicine's useless, you don't have to worry about it, so he kind of took the middle road of, as long as you don't take the rations and support yourself, you won't need the medicine. There you go. I won't say that the food's poisoned and the medicine's just an antidote to the poison.
That's all I can tell you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. Good night, then. Lock the door carefully.
I will. Good night. He left. I was alone again. Glissade. I thought the day would end without any shocking developments, but it wasn't to be. It's my fault that... But the woman needed it. There was no use fretting over it. I still felt sorry for Glissade. Bleh. Besides, who's Thea? Serena's had referred to her as female. The way he had talked about her, his expression, he must have been close to her. He's 11 years older than me. Of course he'd have a past. And even if they'd been connected romantically, well, that wasn't so surprising. It really wasn't, but... I still feel uncomfortable. It's hard to breathe. If I had known this would be how I'd feel, I wouldn't have asked. Perhaps this is what it means to be in love. There was nobody to tell me whether that was true. I didn't know whether I could acknowledge such feelings, and so they remained hazy and intangible. I'll see him again in 3 days. That's so long.